Hi guys, I've left, well, if you watch previous video, which is number 4179, that's all about EndeavourOS, the latest installation, latest ISO from June 2024, offline installation in the end. We've shown the online as well, what choices you have. And yes, offline, so Plasma. And we've installed ArcoLinux tool. First, we got the ArcoLinux, here you are, the ArcoLinux the ArcoLinux Spices application, which is an application that really makes it possible to install any of the ArcoLinux packages from our repo on any of the ArcoLinux based distros. And we've downloaded it and we've installed it, run it, and voila. So basically, this is no longer, well, yes, it is EndeavourOS, but we have an extra shop or three. Sudo pacman -syyuu. We have 3 extra lines in pacman. It knows where the repo from ArcoLinux is. It knows what the keys are, and off we go, install all kinds of things that we want to have. So if we make this bigger, sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux anything, tap 317 lines. All right, so it's all here, it's all possible as long as it does not conflict, because pacman has rules. If there is something on the other ArcoLinux distro, in this case EndeavourOS, and it conflicts, you need to figure it out. You need to say, okay, first remove that, then do that. Okay, so we're on the ArcoLinux tool. This is the I started this one with, look at that, with from the terminal, so I can see what's going on. So ATT, we can install more stuff, more icons, all kind of icons that we can have. But this one should say you need to activate the Nemesis repo. So this one has the name Eric Dubois, which is my name, Eric Dubois in English, and this one, edu, means it's coming from my personal website, my personal repo, enable Nemesis repo, which means I get even more lines, right? So sudo pacman -syyuu. This is a repo on GitHub. So even more packages. Sudo pacman -s edu. Some grub themes that I've designed, I've made with an Asus logo in here. I see other themes, Candy Beauty. So this is our Candy Beauty icon theme, all colorful, but with an Arc folder, or an Arc Mint Gray folder, an Arc Mint Red folder, Gogir, Tala, some more grub things based on Papyrus. So yeah, playing around with icons and themes. So that's possible as well. That's here. Install more stuff. Auto start, nothing is auto started. It's basically gonna look in, yeah, the .config auto start. Not sure if Plasma is actually auto starting thing there. Control H. So the config auto start is an empty folder. Design wise, we can do all kind of things. This is ATT stuff, personal stuff. This is third-party stuff, not from us. Just click install, right? Icons, cursors, fonts. It's just the sudo pacman -s. So that's gonna be good. My beloved chadwm, boom, right? Install it. It's a fork from DWM. And let's see if we can install it on this version. All right, has been installed. That's all I want to know, and all the rest, it's okay. Log out. So we got this chadwm. We log in. We see this. We go to Control H, config, chadwm, Here is where everything starts in the run. Ugh. What application can I open it with? Ocular. Open with another application. Yes, please. Could you install sudo pacman -s sublime text for me? Thank you. And that's coming from ArcoLinux, I guess. Open with. And then set default application. Sublime text. That's the one. Okay. And all I need to do in VirtualBox is remove one hashtag. Save. And then super X. Log out. Log in. And now we play. Ooh. Why is xrender not doing its job? Xrender. It's installed. Let's see again. Let's see again. Did I not save it? Can happen. That can happen. So the scripts, the run xrender. So it's not called virtual1, is it? Control T, xrender. Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? Right? Virtual1 without. He just changed. Like 15 minutes ago, it was a dash, a minus. Why? Anyway, there we go. ATT. Everything seems to work. Let's try a few things. Super Shift Enter, Super Q, Super D. Super D is not working, and Super Shift D is always working. Super D is something with Rofi. Control T. Well, let's just take a different desktop. Control T. Sudo pacman -s. There's this Rofi thing. Rofi. I think I've chosen for this one. Super D. Now it works. So that's another menu. I wonder why it was not installed. But anyway, desktop, right? Choose whatever you want. If you want awesome, some of these things will clash and some of these things won't work, but we keep it in for later days. Rainy day, maybe it will work at some point again. There's another one down here, Ukui. We've removed Ukui. That one we're sure of not using anymore, but Cute Fish is not working either. Berry was a problem. So some of these things are basically dying, but we keep them in and see if they resurrect themselves. Fixes all kind of things. Got the probe link. Then you need to have HW probe. So some of the things that we have, we do not install them as yet, because this is not ArcoLinux, right? On ArcoLinux you won't have the issue. But we want to give you, the user, the choice. And in extra we have here all the things we need, and that one as well. So select them all, install these applications. It's going to install whatever is missing. Voila. And then of course it's gonna work if the application is there. It's gonna provide you with a link, and it knows that it's in VirtualBox. So it'll get removed. Okay, so that's probing. And there's so much more, but I suggest you watch the other videos in that regard. And grub, we can use that if we want. SDM, we can change things. There's LightDM, we can install LXDM and a wallpaper for them. Mirrors of all kind that we can activate or deactivate. Base is actually something interesting. So if it's not already there, it's gonna be installed, and then this is not from us, right? It's just an application that reads certain files that you can then edit and later on save. This is a bit tricky. If we change something, we need to click here and then save. That's how you get it saved, right? Okay. So base, maybe have not seen that application yet. NeoFetch is about to die. NeoFetch is probably not going to be installed, although let's see. Voila, fast fetch. None of them are installed. So if you want to have NeoFetch, there's a button install NeoFetch. NeoFetch is now installed, and it's nice. Fast fetch can be installed as well, but it has a reference here. Fast fetch, that's the installation as well. But fast fetch, oh, this is already fast fetch. See? And this is NeoFetch. It's very, very similar. And the difference is in here, 13%. That's when you know, this is fast fetch. This is NeoFetch, the bottom, no percentages, and here we have fast fetch. So voila, we've got that. And there's also some fun to be had, like use lolcat. Let's quit this again. And then let's see if lolcat has been applied. I don't think yet. Use lolcat. Let's see. So BashRC is this. This is the BashRC before. So this is the default BashRC. Doesn't contain a lot. My way of thinking would be, let's first go to the shell, to bash, install bash completion. If it's not there, nothing to do, it's installed already, and then install the ATT bash RC configuration. If we look again at the content of BashRC, therein, well, I don't like this application. Open with, set default, Sublime Text, voila. So now we have our BashRC. Our update will work and all that, and in here will be fast fetch. So everything that we need is now set. So fast fetch at this point in time is not used. So let's go and quit this thing and launch ATT again. It knows it's on EndeavourOS. So certain things will be different. So we're terminal fun. So fast fetch, use lolcat. What happens? This happens. And that's why we're here, to test if everything works. But the lolcat thing seems to be, it is installed. Sudo pacman -s lolcat. Let's see. It is installed. So the question is, fast fetch, piping it through to lolcat. Works. So why is this not working? Let's do an exec of bash. And now it's working, I guess. So we needed to reload or to source or something else. Source BashRC is something you can type, and then you reload it, and each time you see lolcat is each time changing the colors, never dull. It's always a change in colors. So fun. Control T, 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 T. So every time it's something else. And then Shift Q, 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 Q. Voila. That's the default color. So I'm a fan of nothing. Keep it simple. That is good enough. But there's choices, there is something to play with. Themer can only be used, it's gonna be grayed out until you install Awesome, until you install i3, until you install Left until you install Qtile. In Tiling Window Managers, you can't create users, but this is Plasma. Plasma is one of the few that has it, right? You can actually create a user account for your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, in here, in Plasma, and in here. Okay, so terminal fun, terminals, more stuff. Termite is dead, but, right, just like NeoFetch, it just works. Just like Termite, it still works. We've used it for 5 years as default on ArcoLinux, I think. Right? Termite is just, it just works. Update is now working. My aliases are in, so update is working. Upall is working. RIP is working. Things I use all the time are working. Do we have big? Big. Well, so the Noto fonts extra are one of the biggest there are. Firefox also big. Linux firmware, Qt6 web engine, and goes up the list. All right. There's a firewall DIC. I'm not a fan of firewalls, and that's where ArcoLinux Nemesis comes in. Right. Even here, I can say get Nemesis. So anything ArcoLinux based, I'm in control. I create, I get my data, ArcoLinux Nemesis, make something similar, copy paste, start changing. And in here are choices when we are on EndeavourOS, when we are here, EOS 970. When you are on EndeavourOS, it's gonna check it. We are on EOS ISO, so it knows he's on EndeavourOS, and I make decisions as an end user. I say do this, do that, right? Now, this thing is to be run in the grand scheme of things. We don't start using this one, we start using the 0. We run this and everything will be installed, and then everything will work. Here I've made some choices which I don't want to make anymore. Things change. I'll do the ArcoNet XFCE application and just the default system config from ArcoLinux. But that's what it is. That's what this is. Choices of the time, depending on evolution of all these things. ArchBang, ArcoLinux, Area, Eraser, Big Linux, Carly, Garuda, EOS, Manjaro, right? Whatever I am on, I want to stay in control. I want to remove things that I don't want. Anything and everything probably is not the way you like it. So when we are, try to remove all these, but here is a little bit more selective. When on Carly, do this. When on Eraser, do that. When on ArcoLinux, remove this, nothing to do. When OS, here we are, right? If it says EndeavourOS in OS release, I want to remove the firewall. First disable it, then remove it, and remove more, but I don't know if this is still valid. So that's the fun. Install the distro and update your scripts. That's fun, I think, anyway. So back to ATT, but being in control of an operating system is basically what we teach on ArcoLinux. So shells, if you want to have more shells to try it and play with, sure. Switch between Pulse Audio and Pipewire. I don't know what this one has. I have my aliases, so I type audio. So now I know I'm on Pipewire, and when I don't like it, I install and switch to Pulse Audio. I try it out, not better. I go back and install and switch to Pipewire. There are Bluetooth options here, network options, printing options, and Samba options. Privacy, just some Firefox extension. This is a great tool, HBlock. Let's have a look how that installs. There's a lot of rubbish things on the internet, lots of trackers and all kinds of things that just break your system. We've now changed the host name. No, not the host name, Eric. The hosts. we have 474,463 block domains, right? And lots of Finanzierung and lots of sex stuff in there as well. SEX probably, right? Sexes, sex amateur info, lots of things, pregnant sex, oh my god, right? All of rubbish websites that are now excluded. I can try to surf to it, but it won't work because, did not explain that, because 000 means don't go anywhere, stay here. All right, that's the wrong IP address for these websites that are on websites somewhere hidden away, and suddenly you're opening a new tab and you see, what is this, right? Quickly close it again. That's what you're protecting. Maybe for kids, I don't know who uses your computer, but a lot of things, well, protection basically is provided with this HBlock thing. All right, privacy, Pacman. If you decide to say no, ArcoLinux, bye, up, just do this, and what you get is sudo pacman -syyu. I think I forgot Nemesis, right? EndeavourOS core extra multilib Nemesis. So sure, Nemesis. And we're back here. That means when you update, all the packages from ArcoLinux will not be updated, right? There will be nothing new, but that's something maybe you want to have. So we're back on EndeavourOS basically. So let's make them active again. Nemesis is unimportant, just some icons and themes and all that. Packages, you can export all the packages and know what package you have installed and later on install them again. So that's an interesting idea. What if I can export the list of all the packages that I now have, then go to another computer or the same computer, do a clean install, grab the file, install the packages again. Et voila. NeoFetch is the old look, mirrors is where you can find things, and grub is, let's leave that one alone. Lots of things here. Remember the mirrors, install rate mirrors, run rate mirrors, things that I can change in here as well. Reset mirrors, run reflector, install reflector, things to change. Parallel downloads, voila, apply. So, and Pacman, we have our aliases. So here it is, parallel downloads 20. That's much better, much faster for me. Nothing to do, of course, but okay. One more desktop, just for the fun, just for the heck of it. Yeah, why not? Awesome, right? Awesome has been installed. Logout. See that you know your key bindings. And Super X is logout. Plasma Wayland, awesome. And then we have this. Again, Ctrl-Alt-W is something we don't have. That's the ArcoLinux Welcome app. So we immediately go to the A-render, which is the tool that we need. If it's not installed, you go install it. We're not on ArcoLinux, we're on EndeavourOS. So figure it out, a little bit Sherlock Holmes. Think it through. Outputs, virtual ones, resolution, boom, save, and that's it. That's the code we need to make this bigger. Control, let's do an Alt-N and see if that works. Variety is not installed. Sudo pacman -s. Variety is an application to fetch wallpapers. ArcoLinux has the proper way of setting it. So the config for variety, that's what you need. It's already there, and that's why I run the ArcoLinux Nemesis script, right? Because of that, I say remove this, remove that, because somebody is owning this, and I can't type it in. because I made the mistake. I made the mistake. So this is a new package, ArcoNet variety. Config. Okay, we renamed it like this. All right, my mistake. So we've done a switcheroo. ArcoNet scal will double L, will copy paste everything over, and then Alt N, off we go, changing wallpapers. Yeah, so ArcoLinux, ArcoLinux B, D, we changed to ArcoNet, Arco Pro, Arco Plasma. Hence the name, the choice of the package should be correct. So Alt N are all the wallpapers. var, I don't think, no, var is not installed. That's okay. So preferences, here we can change things. One of the things I do is go to Wallhaven, type in sci-fi. Okay, and then okay. No images found. That's too bad. Simple. That's strange. Then maybe at this point in time it's down. So we'll have to rely on our own images, which is the wallpaper selector. Let's take the fishies. And we got ourselves something nice. Right mouse click, this is awesome. And yes, Plasma is there and chadwm is there. It's all intermingled, right? EOS is there. It's all there. Super D is there. Super Shift D is there. Super X is there. Super Shift D. Super Shift X, I mean. Another way of logging out. If one fails, we have a second one. Fall back. Super Enter. Super Shift Enter. Super Q. It's Alex Appearance there. Alex Appearance. Voila. So, not a fan of any of these guys. So, sudo pacman -s arc GTK theme. That's one thing. That's the default one. But we have 50 arc themes as well. Let's take the default. Arc dark. Icon theme. Not much there. But we have something nice, which is called sudo pacman -s a, and that's enough. A Candy Beauty icon theme. So it's starts with a Candy Beauty icon theme, and there's the development one, and there is the Git one. So that's there. Apply, close. Again, Alex Appearance. It's gonna read the user share icons folder, and it's gonna find this one. Apply, close, Super X, log out, log in, and we got ourselves these icons. Right, maybe a little big, better like this. Control H, the hidden files, config. That's the look. Super D. We need to change these guys still. So there's still the other icons there, but doesn't matter. I think this is already a long time enough on EndeavourOS. The next video I'm gonna make is another distribution from, well, based on Arch, and we're gonna install the ArcoLinux tweak tool there as well and play around with it as well.